The 1969 Washington quarter is a coin from the United States that many people use in their daily lives. It is a regular 25-cent coin, and it has been around for more than 50 years. Some people say that this coin can be worth a lot of money, even as much as $18,000. But is that really true? Let's talk about what this coin is, what makes it special, and how much it can really be worth. This will help you understand whether your 1969 quarter is just a regular coin or a rare and valuable one. The 1969 quarter is called a Washington quarter because it has the face of George Washington on the front. That side of the coin is called the obverse. George Washington was the first president of the United States, and his image has been on the quarter since 1932. On the front of the coin, you will see the word, Liberty, above Washington's head. You will also see the words, In God We Trust, to the left of his neck, and the year, 1969, at the bottom. The back of the coin is called the reverse. It shows an eagle with its wings spread wide, sitting on a bunch of arrows. Above the eagle are the words, United States of America, and below it are the words, Quarter Dollar. This design is classic and has been used for many years. It is one of the most familiar coins in the country. Now let's talk about what this coin is made of. Before 1965, quarters were made mostly of silver. But after that year, the United States Mint stopped using silver in quarters because silver had become too expensive. Instead, the Mint started using cheaper metals. The 1969 quarter, like all quarters made after 1965, is made of copper and nickel. It has a copper core in the middle and a copper-nickel outer layer. If you look at the edge of a 1969 quarter, you will see a thin copper-colored line. That shows the copper core inside. This kind of coin is called a clad coin. It has no silver in it, so it does not have extra value for its metal. In 1969, the U.S. Mint made 3 types of quarters. Some were made in Philadelphia, some in Denver, and some in San Francisco. You can tell which mint made your coin by looking for a small letter on the front of the coin, right next to Washington's ponytail. If there is no letter, that means it was made in Philadelphia. If there is a small D, it means Denver. If there is an S, it means San Francisco. The San Francisco Mint made proof coins for collectors, which are usually shiny and carefully made. Proof coins are different from regular coins made for everyday use. The U.S. Mint made a lot of quarters in 1969. There were more than 176 million made in Philadelphia and more than 114 million made in Denver. That means there were hundreds of millions of these coins in total. Because so many were made, the 1969 quarter is not rare. It is very common. You can still find it in pocket change, in old jars, or in coin collections. When a coin is made in such a large number, it usually does not become valuable unless it has something special about it. Most 1969 quarters are worth their face value, which is 25 cents. If a coin is old and has been used a lot, it will show signs of wear, scratches, and dullness. This kind of coin is called circulated, and almost all circulated 1969 quarters are worth just 25 cents. Sometimes collectors might pay a small amount more, like 50 cents or $1, if the coin is in slightly better shape. But that's not much more than face value. If your 1969 quarter is shiny, clean, and looks new, then it might be uncirculated. An uncirculated coin has never been used in stores or in change. These coins can look very nice and may have a bright shine or mint luster. Uncirculated coins are worth more than regular used coins, but not by much unless they are in excellent condition. A nice uncirculated 1969 quarter might be worth between $5 and $10. If it is in an even higher grade, like near perfect, it might be worth $50 or $100. But those are special cases. Sometimes, a coin can be worth a lot more because of a mistake that happened when it was made. These mistakes are called minting errors. When the mint makes coins, it uses metal blanks called planchets, and large machines to stamp the design onto the metal. If something goes wrong in the process, the coin can come out with an error. These error coins are rare and interesting to collectors, and some can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. One kind of error is called a wrong planchet error. This happens when the coin is made on the wrong metal blank. For example, if a 1969 quarter was accidentally struck on a penny blank, it would look smaller and have a reddish color. That kind of coin would be very rare and could sell for over $1,000 or even more, depending on how it looks. Another kind of error is called an off-center strike. That means the coin's design is not in the center. You might see part of the coin blank showing on one side, and the design looks shifted. The more off-center the design is, the more valuable it can be. If the date and details are still visible, collectors love these coins. A 1969 quarter that is 10% to 20% off-center could be worth $50 to $150. A coin that is very far off-center could bring in even more. There is also something called a clipped planchet error. This happens when part of the coin is missing, usually along the edge. It looks like a bite was taken out of the coin. These coins are quite rare and can sell for $50 or more, depending on how big the missing piece is and how good the coin looks. Another kind of error is called a missing clad layer. Remember that the 1969 quarter has a copper core and a nickel outer layer. Sometimes, the outer layer does not attach properly, and the coin comes out with part of the nickel layer missing. When that happens, the coin looks reddish or copper-colored on one side. That kind of error can be worth $100 or more. There is also something called a double die. That happens when the coin's design is struck twice by mistake, slightly off from the first strike. You might see doubled letters or numbers, especially on the date or the word Liberty. These coins are very popular among collectors. Some double die coins from other years, like 1955 or 1972, are famous and very valuable. For 1969 quarters, a strong double die is rare but possible. If you find one, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on how strong the doubling is and how well the coin is preserved. Now let's talk about why some people claim a 1969 quarter can be worth $18,000. The truth is, most of them are not. Most 1969 quarters are common, regular coins that are worth only 25 cents. The only way a 1969 quarter could be worth $18,000 is if it is extremely rare and in perfect condition. For example, if a coin has a major minting error that no other coin has, or if it is a proof coin in flawless condition graded by a professional grading company, it might sell for a huge price. There was a case where a 1969's double die penny sold for thousands of dollars because it was extremely rare and certified by experts. But the 1969 quarter does not have a famous error like that. So if you hear about a 1969 quarter selling for $18,000, it was probably a unique error coin or an unusually high-grade example, not a regular one from pocket change. The grade or condition of a coin matters a lot. Coins are graded by professional companies like PCGS or NGC. They use a scale from 1 to 70, where 70 means the coin is perfect. If your 1969 quarter is graded as MS67 or higher, that means it is nearly perfect. Those coins are very hard to find because even small scratches or marks can lower the grade. A 1969 quarter graded MS67 might be worth a few $100s, maybe more if it has beautiful luster and strong details. But even then, it would not usually reach $18,000 unless there was something very unusual about it. If you think your coin might be valuable, you can take some steps to find out. First, look closely at your coin under good light. Check for any strange marks, doubling, or color differences. See if it looks different from a regular quarter. Then, look at its condition. If it looks new, shiny, and free from scratches, it might be worth grading. You can also weigh it using a digital scale. A regular 1969 quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. If it weighs less or more, that could be a sign of an error. Next, you can search for similar coins online. Look at real auction sites like Heritage Auctions or PCGS. See what prices similar coins have sold for, not just what sellers are asking for. Many people online list coins for thousands of dollars, but that does not mean anyone buys them. The real value is what someone actually pays. If you believe your coin is special, you can send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will examine the coin carefully, grade it, and check if it has any known errors. Once graded, your coin will be sealed in a plastic holder with its grade printed on the label. This makes it easier to sell because buyers trust graded coins more than ungraded ones. Graded coins also tend to sell for higher prices because the grade proves the coin's quality. To sum it all up, the 1969 Washington quarter is a common coin that most people have seen or used. It is made of copper and nickel, not silver, and it was made in huge numbers. Most of them are worth 25 cents, even today. A shiny uncirculated one might be worth a few dollars, and a very high-grade one could be worth more. Coins with major minting errors, like being struck on the wrong metal or having a missing layer, can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But the claim that a normal 1969 quarter is worth $18,000 is not true. Only a very rare coin with a verified and unique error or perfect grade could ever reach that kind of price, and that is extremely uncommon. So, if you have a 1969 quarter, don't get too excited just yet. Look at it carefully, check for any errors, and compare it to other examples. If it looks special, consider getting it graded. Otherwise, it's still a nice coin and a fun piece of history. Coin collecting can be a great hobby, and even if your quarter is not worth thousands, it can still teach you a lot about coins and how they are made. The most important thing is to enjoy the hobby, learn the facts, and not fall for rumors about coins being worth huge amounts unless there is real proof. Always check trustworthy sources, look at real auction results, and ask experts if you are unsure. That is the best way to find out what your coins are really worth.